What has made you realize you were getting old? You will really feel old the first time you fall down and people rush to see if you are okay, instead of just laughing at you and making fun. Standing in the middle of a grocery aisle, and young lady comes up to me to see if I needed help and appeared really concerned. Mind you, she doesn't work there. I work as a DJ and play a lot of nightclubs and festivals. I'll never forget the exact moment I knew I was getting old. I was playing a festival, 1 a.m., packed tent, I'm psyched. I look out into the crowd and the whole front row looked like children to me. I wanted to give them a hot chocolate and call their parents. Then I realized it was an 18+ event and they were probably all 18 to 21 years old. Also, side story for feeling old, sometimes I'll have the crowd in my hands. Decide to play what I'd consider a sure shot floor filler. It drops and bang, nobody recognizes it. This happened last weekend with Forgot About Dre. They didn't forget about Dre. They just never knew him. Wait, surely that one has to be a timeless classic that every generation has heard at least once? This is exactly what I thought. We are both, apparently, incorrect. A kid starts asking me 20 questions, answer him, his older brother grabs and says, "He's a grown-ass man, stop bothering him." I do not accept the responsibility that comes with that title. Yeah, them just assuming you like ass like that. When people started to address with me, "Sir," and the gym. Lol, thank God for my genes. A bouncer younger than me said, "Sorry kid, this is a bar. Not can I see your ID?" Which is standard. People my age described as soon-to-be hopeless cases in sports. There he is 28, playing out his last string as a professional. It's a miracle. Seriously, this. I know a lot of sports are unforgiving, and that injuries accumulate over time, and that there comes a point where you just don't recover the way you used to. But hearing legendary athletes who are late 20s/early 30s, being commented about like they're geriatric is just so off to me. It's especially bad in gymnastics. Women in their 20s are considered old. Which is why I appreciate Oksana Chusovitina, who participated in her 8th and final Olympic Games this year at 46. You were getting old? 25 Well, I was going to say, first gray hairs in my beard. But damn, son, that's a double punch to the chin right there. 25, and calls himself old. Dude, you basically just stopped growing. Couple of years ago, I was supervising a Lollapalooza charter on a double-decker bus from Union Station train, think suburb kids, to the music festival. I had Outkast's Hey Ya playing, and someone asked if we had to listen to old music. When somebody online said to me, "I don't listen to dad rock," when I said I like Radiohead, I spontaneously aged by 20 years. Welcome to Dad Rock. Everything you know is now Dad Rock. Your Pink Floyd CD is in the mail. Nice try. He got his Pink Floyd CD in the 90s from his Columbia House subscription. Seeing 20-year-old dudes retire from esports because their gamer reflexes aren't what they used to be. I do believe the people born from 2005-ish onwards are and will be a very different species. 90s kids got a taste of the old days before the internet really took hold. The 2000-born kids these days have been completely connected to the internet for life. There has been, in fact, such a cultural shift in such a short time that we have a microgeneration between the birth years of roughly 1978 to 1983, they got the full brunt of experiencing both the analog and digital worlds in their formative years, and are called the Oregon Trail generation, or, less catchy, Zennials. For me, early 30s, many of the heroes from the action movies I watched as a kid are now younger than me, and look at. News anchors and reporters, especially women, are starting to look young. I passed the age my father was when I was born. Soon, I'll be older than Jesus ever was. I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off for the first time since I was like 15 and I was rooting for Principal Rooney to catch that little shit. There's been some milestones. At 25 I realized I was a quarter-century old. That really stuck me. At 30, I was no longer a 20-something. Not recovering from a night out like I used to. Sometime during my late 30s, realizing I no longer had the desire to go out on weekends. At 50, realizing I'm a half-century old. And not caring. Honestly, I liked my 50s, at 60, realizing I probably have more years behind me than ahead. I imagine the next one will be when I retire, but that's going to be pretty awesome. 68 is getting closer, only 7 more years. Obviously I look back at my 20s with a lot of fondness. Damn, but I had some fun. But oddly enough, outside of my 20s I think I liked my 50s the most. 30s and 40s are all about busting your ass at work. When I had to explain what a DVD/CD was to my cousin. All the DVDs he had ever seen were trash, so he genuinely thought, for years, that they were toys. Until he received a PS2 and didn't see where he could play games. Realizing kids born in this century are now of drinking age. Still think of the 90s as being 10 years ago. I had to explain what Friendster and MySpace were like to our social media coordinator, whose was like 24 at the time. Was just too young to have ever used them and didn't know much about their popularity. Felt like an elder passing down oral tradition folk tales. And then the townspeople learned HTML and broke our pages. Holy fuck, you're not old. I'm 30 and young as fuck, and so tired of my friends acting like we're old men and not wanting to do things anymore. It's just a mentality because popular culture is oriented to teenagers. We are in our prime until we're well into our 40s, and can still be ballers after that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.